Hello everyone, welcome to my channel World of AWS. I hope you all are doing good. So in this video we are going to discuss about VPC and VPC components. Okay, so VPC is a foundational component and allow you to create isolated network environment within the AWS cloud. Okay, it enable you to define your own IP address range, subnet, route table and network gateway. You can launch AWS resources like EC2, RDS and many more inside your VPC. So first component we have subnet. Subnet are division within a VPC that allow you to segment your network resources. They are associated with a specific availability zone in a region. Okay, so we will have like public subnet and private subnet. Whenever we are creating VPC, then we have to interact with these two type of subnets. Okay, so public subnet are the subnet that have route to the internet via the internet gateway. Resources in public subnet can have a public IP address and can be directly accessed from the internet. Okay, and private subnet, these subnet do not have direct access to the internet. If resources in a private subnet need to interact with need internet access, okay, then they can use a NAT gateway or NAT instance. So we always like host our RDS in private subnet and we always host our like application in public subnet. So that's the ideal way. So we have another tool, route table. Route table is define the routes between subnets and gateway, like how we are going to route our traffic. The route table define that. So each subnet is associated with a route table that determines when network traffic is directed. Okay, so route table does nothing, like it mainly like decide how we want to route our traffic. Okay, so internet gateway, an internet gateway is used to provide internet access to instance in public subnet. It allows traffic to flow between the VPC and the internet. So whenever we want to interact with any like internet within from our public subnet to internet, then we have to use internet gateway and NAT gateway, network address translation. Okay, a NAT gateway allow instance in private subnet to initiate outbound traffic to the internet while preventing inbound traffic from reaching those, like unwanted inbound traffic from the reaching those instance. So whenever we want to interact with internet using from a private subnet, then we have to use NAT gateway. Okay, and using this NAT gateway we can prevent the unnecessary access to our resources. So another tool we have security group. Okay, so security group acts as a firewall that control inbound and outbound traffic at the instance level. Okay, they regulate what traffic is allowed to reach our resources based on the rule you define. Okay, security group are stateful, which means if you are allowing incoming traffic from a specific IP, that response traffic is automatically allowed back. What it means exactly means, like if you are allowing any other IP, if you are attaching any IP to your security group, then for inbound then outbound will be automatically enabled for that IP. Okay, so you don't have to enable the outbound, it will be automatically done by a security group whenever we allow outbound traffic. Okay, so NACL we have ACL, network access control list. So network access control list is similar to security group but operate the subnet level. Okay, they are stateless and allow you to define more granular rules for the controlling inbound and outbound traffic. So it's bit similar to security group, but it operate on subnet level, means it associated with the subnet. Okay, but they are stateless. It means like whenever we are like whitelisting any IP in our subnet group, then we have to define, and like we have to open the port for inbound and outbound as well. Okay, so it's not behave like security group. So in security group, whenever we are defining like any outbound traffic, then inbound will be automatically open, okay, for that. But in case of ACL, network ACL, it won't follow the same thing because it's stateless. So another tool we have VPC peering. Okay, VPC peering allow you to connect two VPC together, enabling resources in different VPC to communicate as if they were on the same network. So VPC peering means you can like connect your multiple VPC within a multiple account, and they will behave like they are in the same network. Okay, they are in the same network and they will share the resources and everything. Another tool we have VPC endpoint. So VPC endpoint enable you to privately connect your VPC to AWS, okay, in secure manner service without requiring an internet gateway or NAT gateway. So this enhance security and can reduce data transfer cost. So you can use VPC endpoint instead of internet gateway and NAT gateway, okay, to communicate with your AWS resources. Okay, so we have another IP address range. Okay, so when you create a VPC, you define an IP address range for your VPC using classless inter-domain routing, CIDR range. Okay, so that is known as classless inter-domain routing. So we define like CIDR range like this. This range will subdivided into a smaller subnet for your resources. Okay, so the main thing I want to discuss here as well is the like most asked question whenever you are going to attend any interview related to AWS cloud. Okay, then you might face this question every time. So difference between security group and network access control list. Okay, so security group and network access control list both provided security at the network layer, but they differ in the following ways. Okay, so a security group is associated with the EC2 instance, whereas a network access control list, ACL, is associated with subnet. So as we have discussed above, okay, you can modify the rules for a security group at any time. Okay, but you cannot modify the rules for a network ACL until you disassociate it from the subnet. So another difference we have, security group are stateful, as if we are allowing any IP, then we are enabling outbound traffic, then inbound will be automatically enabled for that specific IP. But in the case of network ACL, it will be not follow the same procedure. We have to enable inbound and outbound both the traffic in case of ACL. This means that if you allow traffic in one direction, okay, traffic is allowed in the other direction also. But with a network ACL, you must explicitly allow traffic in the both direction. Okay, you can't block a specific IP address using a security group. Okay, but you can block a specific IP, okay, addresses using a network ACL. So these are the main difference between security group and ACL. Okay, so I hope you found this video informative and your idea got clear about PPC and their components. So thanks for watching. Okay, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel and do check out my other playlist as well. See you in the next video.